You're walking through a big box retailer, you spot a TV you've wanted for months, and the price tag ends in 97. You think, cool, it's on sale, and toss it in the cart. You just fell for the oldest trick in the retail playbook, and it probably cost you $80. Most people think these numbers are just random decimals, or a way to make a price look slightly lower. They aren't. In the world of high-stakes retail inventory management, those two little digits after the period are actually a secret language used by corporate offices to tell floor managers exactly how much they can get away with charging you. I've spent the last 15 years behind the scenes of some of the largest retail operations in the country, analyzing price optimization strategies and inventory turnover. I've seen exactly how the pricing committee at companies like Costco, Target, and Home Depot decides when to take a loss and when to squeeze an extra few bucks out of your pocket. The truth is, your favorite stores are constantly talking to their staff right in front of your face. They are signaling whether an item is a seasonal clearance, a permanent markdown, or, this is the one that should worry you, a hidden full-price item disguised to look like a bargain. Think about it. Why isn't everything just rounded to the nearest dollar? Because retail giants know that if they can manipulate your perception of value using specific ending codes, they can move millions of dollars in stagnant inventory without ever having to run a formal sale. But here's where it gets interesting. Once you learn to read these codes, you stop being a shopper and start being an insider. You'll know exactly which deals are actually just the first stage of a massive price drop that's happening next Tuesday. You'll know when to pounce on a 97 and when to walk away, because that .00 price tag means the manager is desperate to clear the shelf and will likely drop it even further if you just wait 48 hours. Now, you might be asking yourself if a few cents really matters. When you're buying a pack of gum? No. But when you're looking at appliances, electronics, or patio furniture, those cents are the difference between paying the sucker price and the liquidation price. I'm going to show you how to decode the matrix of the modern price tag, so you never overpay for a clearance item again. If you're tired of feeling like the stores always have the upper hand, you're going to want to stick around for this, because what I'm about to show you is the one thing corporate headquarters wishes I'd keep quiet about. Before we pull back the curtain on the specific codes for the biggest retailers in the US, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out here every week making sure you keep more of your hard-earned money where it belongs, in your bank account. Let's start with the big one. If you see a price tag ending in 97 at a place like Costco, you've hit the mother lode, but only if you know the second half of the secret. Now, if you're a Costco member, you know the feeling of walking into that warehouse and seeing a sea of white price tags. Most of them end in 99. That's the safe number. It's the standard price. It's a good deal because it's Costco, but it's not a steal. But the second you see a tag ending in 97, the game changes. That is the corporate markdown code. It means a buyer at the regional office has decided they have too many of these in the system and they need them gone yesterday. They've slashed the price to a level that usually beats any other retailer in the country. But here's the secret inside the secret. Look at the bottom right corner of that 97 tag. You'll see a tiny date. If that date is more than 2 weeks old and there are still 3 pallets of the product left, don't buy it yet. Wait. Retailers use a stair-step markdown strategy. If it doesn't move at 97, they'll drop it even further. Now you might be wondering about those weird .sur or 88 endings. Those are the unicorns of the warehouse. These aren't corporate markdowns. They are local manager markdowns. That .0 means the manager of your specific store is tired of looking at that item. It might be a floor model, a returned item that's still in perfect shape, or just the last 4 boxes taking up valuable shelf space. When you see .0, you don't wait. You grab it, because it's likely at its rock bottom price, and once those last few units are gone, they are never coming back. And if you see an asterisk, the star of death, in the top right corner of any of these tags, that's your final warning. That SKU has been deleted from the system. Whether it's 99 or 97, once that stock hits 0, it's game over. But Costco isn't the only one playing this game. If you think they're sneaky, you haven't seen what's happening at Target. Target is the master of hiding their best deals on the end caps. You've seen those red clearance stickers, right? Most people just look at the big number in the corner, 30, 50, or 70% off. But the real intel is in the cents. If a Target clearance price ends in a 0.06 or a 0.08, it's not done yet. That item is scheduled for another price drop in about 2 weeks. But if that price ends in 0.04, that is the final markdown. That is the absolute floor. If you want it, buy it now, because it's heading to a liquidator like Goodwill or a salvage bin store next. Here's the kicker that most shoppers miss. Target actually has a weekly markdown schedule. It's not random. Mondays are for electronics and kids' clothing. Tuesdays are for women's clothing and home goods. If you're hunting for a new TV or a laptop, and you're showing up on a Friday, you're picking through the leftovers. You've got to time your strike based on when the employees are literally walking the aisles with the sticker guns. I know this feels like a lot of math for a Saturday morning shopping trip, but once you train your eyes to look past the product and straight at the decimals, you'll realize you've been overpaying for years. But it gets even deeper when we move into the home improvement space. If you think Target is tactical, Home Depot has a system that's practically a countdown clock. You've seen those bright yellow tags. Most people see yellow and think sale, but if you look at the cents, you're looking at a timeline. At Home Depot, a yellow tag ending in 06 is your 6-week warning. That 6 literally stands for 6 weeks. It means the item has been marked down at least twice, and it's going to sit at that price for about a month and a half. If there's a massive stack of them, wait. If you come back in 42 days, that 6 is going to turn into a 3. When a price ends in 03, that is the absolute floor. That 3 means the item has 3 weeks left on this earth, or at least on that shelf. After 3 weeks, the item is purged from the system. This is the lowest price you will ever see. And then there's the legend of the penny item. You might have heard about people finding brand new power drills or light fixtures that ring up for exactly $0. It's not a myth. It's a system error that you can exploit. When an item stays at 03 for more than 3 weeks and doesn't sell, the computer automatically drops the price to 1 cent. Technically, employees are supposed to pull those items off the floor and destroy them or send them back. But in a 100,000 square foot warehouse, things get missed. If you find a yellow tag that should have been cleared weeks ago, take it to the register. If it rings up for a penny, most stores will let you keep it just to get it out of their inventory. Before you head out on your next shopping run, I want to give you the ultimate insider's checklist. This is how you win the retail game. At Costco, ignore the 99, hunt for the 97 corporate markdowns and the Dario Zorro manager specials. And if you see the Star of Death asterisk, grab it now or forget it forever. At Target, look for the 0.04. That is the final markdown before the item leaves the store. And remember the schedule: Monday for electronics, Tuesday for home goods. At Home Depot, follow the yellow tags. 06 means wait, 03 means buy, and 0.01 means you just won the lottery. At Walmart, don't get distracted by the 97 everyday low price. It's usually just the standard price disguised as a deal. Look for the white clearance tags hidden in the middle of the aisles, not just the rollback signs at the front. The biggest mistake you can make is assuming the price on the tag is final. Retailers are in a constant battle to manage their days on floor. They would rather sell an item to you at a loss than let it take up space that a full-price item could occupy. You now have the code. You can see the matrix. The next time you walk into a store, you aren't just a customer, you're an auditor. You're the one in control of the transaction. If this deep dive helped you realize how much money you've been leaving on the table, do me a favor and share this video with one person who shops way too much. Let's help everyone stop overpaying. I'm Cody, and this has been Smart Shopping. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep an eye on those decimals.